So hi and hello. Welcome to our channel named Algo Exploration. My name is Samir. Now in today's lecture we are going to find the first missing positive integer. Okay. So you know what are the positive integer, right? So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. So we have to find the first missing positive integer. Now we have given an array. Now here we have to find the first positive integer. Okay, so we can see that here 1 is present, 2 is present, 3 is present and 4 is also present, but 5 is not present. So we have to return 5 as an answer. Okay, let's see other problems. Okay, so in the second example we can see 1 is present, 2 is present, 3, 4, 5 as well as 6 is present, but 7 is not present. Okay, so here we have to return 7. Let's see the third example. Here we can see that all the elements are negative. It means that 1 is not present, right? So we have to return 1 as an answer. The next example also, here we can see that 1 is not present. So we have to return 1. Now in this example, 1 is present, 2 is present twice, right? We can see that. So from this example, we can see that duplicate elements can also be present. Okay, so 1 is present, 2 is present, 3, 4, 5, but 6 is not present, right? So we have to return 6. Now in this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is not present. Now in this example, 1 is present, 2 is present, 3, 4, 5, but 6 is not present. So we have to return 6. I hope you got this question. Now let's see that how we can solve this problem. But before that, let me tell you that we have started a series on DSA problem. If you know the fundamentals of DSA but getting stuck while solving the DSA problem, this series will be helpful for you. If you are preparing for placement and interviews, you can visit to this playlist. The link is in the description box. Thank you. Now let's see the approach one, or we can say brute force. While explaining, you always have to start with the brute force approach. What you can do, let's say if we have an array, okay, now you can actually have a variable starting from 1. Now you can search the value of 1 inside this array. Okay, if you found, just move forward. That means increment the value of x to 2. Here also we can see that this 2 is actually present inside the array. So move forward. That means increment the value of x. So 3 is also present, increment it. 4 is also present, increment it. 5. Now we can see that 5 is not present. All right. So you have to return 5 as an answer. Okay. You will start initializing. You will initialize the value of x to 1. Then using the for loop, using the while loop in which the condition will be true always. Now inside this you will be searching the value of x in an array. So for searching, I hope you know this, how to search an element in an array. So I will be running from 0 and it will be gone till n, right? Now if x is equals to a of I, it means that you found the value of x inside an array. Then you will not do anything, you will simply increment the value of x, right? So let's say if my value of x is 1, you found the value of x inside an array. Now you will not go further, right? It's useless. So you will simply break the loop. So break. So it will come out of the loop, right? And then you will increment the value of x. That's it. But let's say if my value of x is 5, right? In this case, my x is not present inside the loop, inside an array, all right? So I will be taking the help of the boolean flag variable. So boolean flag I will mark it as false. So whenever my value of x is present inside an array, I will mark my flag as true, saying that the value of x is present. Now after coming out of the loop, out of the for loop, I will check if my flag is false. It means that this statement never occurs. That is, x is not present inside the array. So we will simply return x at that time. Okay, let's try run this code. Initially value of x is 1 and flag value is false. Okay, now starting from I equals to 1, I equals to 0, I will be searching my value of x, that is 1, inside an array. Okay, I found the 1 is present, so I'll mark my flag as true and I'll simply break from the loop. After breaking, I will check if my flag is equals to false. It is not, so simply increment my value of x to 2. Here also again I'll mark my flag to false. Okay, again I'll check, is my 2, is my value of x present inside an array? Yes, it is present, right? So mark the flag as true and break from the loop. If the flag is false, then return x, but here in case it is not, so simply increment the value of x, that is 3. Same goes for 4. Now let's see if my value of x is 5, right? The flag will be false initially. Now I will check whether 5 is present inside an array. Now we can see that 5 is not present, so this statement will never execute, right? So due to this, the value of flag is false, right? So I'll return x, the value of x is 5. Okay, so with this approach we can solve this problem. But now let's see the time complexity. Now every time I have to search the value of x inside the array, right? So this will take n time, right? And also this while loop will also take n time, right? Because it is running from 1 to n, right? The value of x is running from 1 to n. So due to this, the time complexity will be order of n square, and the space complexity is order of 1 because we didn't take any extra space. Okay, but the interviewer will not be happy, so he will say to optimize this approach. Okay, so approach 2. So as I said earlier, optimization will only happen if you do the observation. Now in this approach, due to this for loop, the time complexity was having order of n square, right? So if we somehow eliminate this for loop, it will boils down to order of n, right? Now what is this doing? It is actually searching my value of x in an array every time, right? It is searching for 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, and so on. So due to this, it is leading to order of n. Now if somehow I eliminate this, so how can you do this? Yes, you're right, we can do this with the help of hash set. Okay, so what you can do, the first step will be store all the elements present in an array in hash set. Second step will be iterate from x is equals to 1 to n and start searching the value of x inside this hash set. Okay, now if you're searching for one value, it will take constant amount of time, right? But since we are searching for n time, since we are searching for n values, it will leads to n, that is order of n, and here also it will be order of n. So combining these two will leads to order of, so combining these two will be 2n, that will boils down to order of n. Okay, so time complexity will be order of n. Okay, let's see the pseudocode for this. First of all, you will be creating the hash set. Okay, then using the for loop in which I will be running from 0 and it will be count till n, I'll simply do hash set dot add a of I. Right now the thing is that we want to search my value of x inside the hash set, so I will be initializing my x to 1. So while true, if hash set dot contains x. Okay, so here I will be putting not. So if this is the case, that means if x is not present in a hash set, this will lead to true because of the not, and I'll simply return x. That's it. Okay, but if it is present, then I'll do x plus plus. Okay, so this will be taking time complexity of n. This also will be taking n. If you combine it, it will be 2n. So order of n. Okay, what about the space complexity? Since we have taken the help of the hash set, okay, so the space complexity will be order of n. Okay, again, interviewer will not be happy because of this, so he or she will all again tell you to optimize this.